What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video here on episode 65 of the Digimon Ghost Game. Right, guys, just a few more weeks now before the series is finally over. After 2 whole years. One of the biggest problems in the show is the episode count. We didn't know how many episodes the season was getting when it was announced. Most likely, Toy didn't know how many episodes they planned to do. Just want to tell, the series doesn't really commit to what it wants to be and what it's trying to be. It's comparing two things. It wants to tell the rest of the story, but those get pushed to the backside for episodic storytelling. Yeah, episodic storytelling with a civilization in the background can work. Take At Monsters for example. That series is mostly episodic, but with some villains lurking in the background, setting up for an epic episode. It's been set up in the background as we get to know the characters. That's how you do good episodic storytelling. Digimon's also been a Monster of the Week story, but that was entirely serialized in a way. It's an episodic yet serialized at the same time, which worked well. The serialized part is them trying to figure a way home, also facing off against disastrous Digimon. And Tamers was mostly episodic too, with only the mystery of they had the Steve Bloom's character was luckily in the background. We didn't know much about him, and was also a mystery of the Digivices, the blue cards, everything at the start. And the blue cards start to come on play during later episodes too, keeping it episodic, but also building a story on the mysteries that is still set up there. And it's satisfying payoff to set up the secondary storyline, the digital world arc. And again, go to the digital world. I don't know why they can't remember the reason why they went. I haven't watched Tamers in a while. I can't remember the reason why they decided to go to the digital world. They went for a reason to do something. I don't know really. It's been a while. I can't remember. Again, that is episodic. Story is still episodic, but they search around, which is still good. Then the final arc, the story focused on Jerry, which was a great story focused on the character's development as we got to know about the series. That satisfying build up and payoffs. I don't know what the director was thinking. Again, serialization can be good. Episodic storytelling can be good. If you just want to be episodic, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Do a Tamer style was episodic, as I said. Now, Sabers was also episodic. While still having a bit of a mystery in the background too. We spend more time with the main characters. It's mostly episodic. So if they committed to an episodic storytelling start, but then transition into a ongoing story, that would have been fine. It's just muddled up. They don't know what they want to be, episodic or serialized. That's the biggest problem in the show. I wouldn't be complaining, as I said, if they just did one of those things. It would be no valuable as episodic, just a fun Monster of the Week thing, just to watch every now and then. Sure, there are a lot of Western cartoons that have done that. And there are anime also do that. Kids anime as well. Pokemon is mostly episodic. Just traveling to one location to the next. Sometimes dedicating a few episodes to one specific storyline. Including with the concluded journeys, that was more episodic. It didn't have any ongoing story arcs or anything. Minus Ash aiming to become a world champion. And Go wanting to catch Mew as they go closer to their goals. Series. But also take episodic approach and more. See? Even Digimon's fucking Bible is doing better than them. I'm gonna say the new Pokemon series is gonna do anyway this April. I hope I like the new characters and now I can't remember her name, but the new protagonist is not Ash's daughter. She's from Paldea. So which I'm fine with, by the way. I'm fine with the characters not related or is it's a new character. We shouldn't just judge just by appearance. Should like it's a unique character now, right? Can't wait to get to know her better. What are her goals and missions? It's also going to be a third other characters joining joining the three other two our two main characters. They've been joined by Professor. So yeah, since they go to Paldea, most likely the Pokemon School or Paldea will be more focused on. And I know nothing to do with Digimon, I can't help myself, but okay. So by the way, Scarlet and Violet are not the first ones to do a whole school thing, but not as an entire. Sun and Moon did it, but not as the entire setting. It's a place you can visit, but it's a main feature in in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So use that and add on it for the open world aspect of Scarlet and Violet. And you can still explore the entire world, but also visit the school. And again, I'll check again. Point is, if the director had a clear vision of the series in mind, then they wouldn't be so hated for that. Like, if the director just had one, if the people behind it just had one solid vision, that's all. Strive out, make episodic Digimon series that focuses on some light horror, because that alone will sell the idea of every episode being very creepy. When Digimon Girls Game was first announced back in October, back in late 2021, while the Digimon reboot was still airing. It was before it came to an end, by the way, a few episodes and we thought it was gonna be so unique, the new Digimon, new characters, everything. We were all excited to see, and episode 1 was promising. But I just feel by the time later episodes aired. You just wish they improved. In the end, Ghost Game will go down in history as the most confusing season out there. It's not as bad as Frontier's storytelling now. Like people hated that the humans become the Digimon. I don't think that was a bad idea. But they could make it like Rockman EXE, having the spirits be able to communicate with the Digidestin though. That might have helped the whole buddy dynamic work well as their minds become one every time they spirit evolutions. But one thing it lacked was the story focus. Like Lucille was introduced much later in the sequel. The villain Lucille was set up before, but it takes a while. Like, yeah, let's just not get into that. I do plan to cover the other Digimon series sometime in the future. Because I gotta finish watching that one. Because it's fucking good, by the way. It's good. I love Haru, Eri, and shit. I forgot the third one's name. I forgot the third kid's name, but the three are likable characters. And Ray was more simple. Ray seemed like a villain, but we got to know him though, because he was just trying to find his little brother, who was been kidnapped, and didn't want and refused to accept help from others. But after meeting Harmonious, he changed. That is good storytelling. When Harlow's best friend joins the team much later on in the story, and kind of has an evil turn. I don't know the whole contents behind that one, but from the start, he was a good guy from the beginning. So he just probably gets brainwashed into being evil. So again, I will continue with Atmon and talk about its entire story. Because technically, I think Atmon's the longest. I actually should give that a check once I'm done with this. I've been able to talk about the episode yet, so I'm going to rant again. I gotta stop that habit. Hey, the series will be done soon. There will be no Digimon season this year though. They're replaced by a new anime that's based off a Japanese TV series. The series is basically like, I don't know what it's called, but basically, it's a special little game show. Uh, Contestants have to run from people who are hunters. You know, it's just good. It's just some silly fun. It's just a game show. They're making an anime out of it. They might make it more intense with more scary magical elements into it. I might give that series a watch. I'm not sure yet. I'm not familiar with the show in Japan. I'm not familiar with it. Okay, so I'm not sure if I should give it a watch. But if you're interested, I may try consider it. Anyway, let's just get into the episode. So yeah, the episode continues where we left off. Everything in chaos, the digital world being gone. It was Dad's back. He just comes back out and just nowhere. But hey, you get some all returning characters. Not that many, but we get a few returning characters. No, we get a returning Digimon later in the episode. Unexpectedly, that just appears out, just there. Hey, what things are going on? And by the way, the Italian that came with Heel's dad is his assistant. You know, he didn't ask him to be. I do like Italian's voice, but we didn't get much time, and Heel's dad's not in the rest of the episode. I'll get to that. So they basically explained that something's been going on lately. For the past few weeks, some sort of black slime something has been taken that's very dangerous, being spread throughout time. It can take over plants and Digimon. And the color is black and pink. Sound familiar? I think this is all connected to Gamamon. It's somehow connected to that dark form of Gamamon's. Gamamon's still not aware of it, by the way. I'll let you know. But I don't know, Gamamon does have some type of connection with them. But those black Digimon we'll be seeing, is it possible they're infected too? Oh no, we'll see if that ever gets brought up again. You must, anyway. No, they need to figure out how to get there to save, to stop whatever's causing this. Oh. The emergency system's going on in the back. Emergency power's back on, but it's using older systems, so a lot of the high tech things are no longer there. I kind of wish they skipped the opening now, showing it. Like the opening is catchy, but it gets a little with, with just annoying as the series goes on. Without refreshing things up. Well, it does add some differences, but I just wish they made a second opening. There's not even a new teammate to join that shakes up the cast. And that's just another thing. Like, there are times where Digimon's added a new character as part of the teams. Think about it. Season 1, there was Taichi's sister, Kari. I do not know her Japanese name. But Kari joins us the 8th Digideshin later in the series. When the gang go back to Earth. It's the 8th character. And season 2, Ken, who was the bad guy, the Digimon Emperor, joins the team as a good guy in the second half. Rika doesn't count, by the way, for Digimon Tamers. She was main character. She's a bit bitchy, but she was still main character. Doesn't count. Of course, anyone could become a tamer in that series, so that's complicated. It's just best let's not talk about that. But basically, Takuya's the Kato's friends, Rika's rival, Henry's sister, become tamers. Yeah, that just sounds so weird. It's supposed to be magical because they can become tamers too. Frontiers introduces the second main character, Koji, I think his name was. Introduces his introduces his brother later on in the story, and joins the team for the rest of the series. Saber's Hakina, I think I can't remember his name. Okay, the kid that joins the Sabers later on in the story as well. Now, Digimon Cross Wars have three main characters. Well, two of them were ditched for the second season, and again for the third season. Hey, can't remember the Japanese name, so I'm going about the Japanese. Hey, Christopher Nene joined Mikey. When season 1, Nene actually becomes on the side of good, and the future Lord turns pink. So she joins the team later on in the story. And Christopher joins the team in season 2. By season 3, and well, her brother becomes a good guy and becomes one of the main characters in season 3 with Mikey, but Mikey is pushed to the side by a new protagonist. Atmon had 4 main characters. Ray joins a little bit later, but then Carl's friend also joins too in the story. You just get what I mean. They always had a new character join as part of a shake-up, but for this season they didn't. Why? A new character would freshen things up more. 2 new characters, new Digimon. They could have freshened things up, okay? They really could have, but they didn't. This is not my toy. They're doing well with Hero Girl Sky Precure, but with Digimon to this year, we don't know how long we have to wait for the next Digimon season. I hope it won't be that long. That's all. We still got the upcoming Digimon 02 movie, but if they try something different again, let's hope they do something better. Because I'm really do want to see a new season, new characters. Oh, Digimon should be continuing like Precure, season every year. So we can follow new characters every year. I don't know. And Pokemon's trying to do that. Oh, shit. 18 minutes in, I haven't barely talked about the episode. Oh, I have this habit. This video's going to go on and on. I might not be able to review Precure later. We'll see. Be my fault anyway. What was this? Anyway, as we know, these slime has some connection to Gamamon. I mean, again, need to head to the digital world. Oh, how? Then another Digimon comes back. Kazumon, I think her name was. Basically, the random armor path. She shows up. She can open up with that Digivice. By the way, Digivice is also able to create a portal. So, yeah, those powers combined, they'll be able to open the gate. But it's limited. So that's pretty great. And by the way, Digimon started appearing across the world now after the digital world's disappeared. It's interesting. So after that, so again, are ready to leave. Doors opened. Again, have through. Except Hero's dad, he makes it too late and fails in midway. We just gone back and we don't have much time to spend with him. We just know he's quirky. Okay? But we do know about Gamamon's bandana. That's actually Hero's dad's sleeve. But Gamamon's a unique character in himself. He has some type of dark power with him. Anyway, the Digimon are Digivolved now. Then finally in the digital world, final half of the season, I really wish they introduced a new teammate. That would just freshen things up. Like they've done that in the past many times. Add a familiar character as a team, as a member of the cat guru, the new Digidestined. That's not what they're called. It's I don't know. It probably will get dubbed, but most of the episodes probably won't be dubbed. That's fine, because most of them probably won't be important to the story anyway. If they're pretty dark episodes that include plot elements, I think that's not good. Oh, I think actually Hasbro should cut the whole order in half. Actually, dub half the series. Cutting out characters that will appear, but also keep some, but also keeping strong and consistent with plot line with the overarching story in the background. That's what they could do to improve it. Still, though, Hasbro still have not yet released the Adventure reboot dub. Yeah, they still haven't, even though Seven's is dub. Second half of the dub is now season 2. It's out. So yeah, if this takes a few more weight, then Go Rush will probably start being dubbed by maybe later this year. We'll see. We'll see, but maybe Go Rush will be dubbed later this year or maybe next year. We don't know. Anyway, look around. Kyosho actually ended up on some type of pollen. I come across Digimon fighting. Kyosho seems to be acting weird. Asks for water. So I get inside to split up the look for some water. Kyosho seems to tell Jellyman he has some water close by. When she investigates, the same powder shows up. Something's wrong. So when they show up a little bit later, they get Rooney and Simba and Goemon close. And push, and they get hit by the spores too. This is all control of one monarch called Digimon. I can't remember her name, but she's actually red. She's like, wow. She turns them into flowers and sucks them up. So, Beto Gemamon Digivolves into Kana Wisemon, then Suisamon. But Hero and Espimon get turned into flowers too. Suisamon is doing his best to fight him off. And then he hears a voice for the first time. It's Gusu Gamamon's voice. This is actually the first time he's heard it, but I really wish he kind of set this up early on in the story, not this episode. Like, wish they set it up a little bit earlier to keep that in the back, keep that lurking bin in the background. Like, we don't have much time to question it. Hell, that voice could have been heard for the first time before Damon's dark outburst. They could have had that hint in the background for Gilsa Gamamon's debut episode. Anyway, Shuri-Samon gets turned into a flower, but something that's a dark aura appears, raising all the flowers, and she dies. Shuri-Samon somehow used the dark energy of Gusu Gamamon. Anyway, Shuri-Samon is a Shuri-Samon. The three Digimon have new Digivolution forms. Don't have their names in it. Like Summon Gavamon, Summon Gormon, Summon Jellymon. These they ditched that because again, why have to keep the same names on it? They did something. They have some unique things, especially with the symbols that were introduced. There's some connection. So next we also say definitely going to be exploring Ghosts Gamamon. By episodes 67 and 68, that's most likely be focused on Ghosts Gamamon as the final boss. Real hero has to reach out to save Gamamon once and for all. And runs back to normal. Suisamon still wonders what that voice was. He did Digivolve back in the Battle Gamamon. As they all head up. They actually run into an old friend, the Black Bergamon. his friend is gone. So he just appears in this episode being sucked up as a plant. Okay. Now, they told they heard a voice up there, but not sure. Since Hero wanted to find the voice that's telling the Digimon to come to the digital world. Who is it and what's the reason? When they arrive at the location, they come across a Digimon saying that he should not let them he will not let them pass, closing out the episode. Next episode's title is just vague, but the imagery shows that it's gonna be a pretty interesting fight. Anyway, sorry this went on too long. I did not mean for this to happen. I'm sorry, but thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Be up to date all videos that comes out in the future. See you guys later for Hero Go Skype Precure. I hope. Keep Phoenix out.